Bonjour, mon petit pois. That's hello, my little peas in French, in case you didn't know. I thought I would say it like this because I am wearing my French top today. However, I speak no French at all. Anyways, what I thought I would do today, I would answer some of the questions that I frequently get asked so you guys can get to know a little bit about me. Where do I get the inspiration for my books? Well, I've got a pretty crazy mind. It kind of looks a lot like this pretty crazy room that I'm sitting in, which is the basement that I use to write and create stuff in. But in general, I take my books from things that I know, things that have happened to me. So for example, The Diary of Pig came about because I grew up on a farm. I grew up on a farm in Devon, which is in the southwest of England. And on that farm we had a pig. And we fattened that pig up and we ate him, spoiler alert. And I just got to wondering one day what would have happened if that pig had found out that that's exactly what we were going to do. And that story kind of built out of there. Daddy Farty Pants, my dad was is an incredibly windy man. Yeah, and my new series that's coming out, Pests, is all about school for pests. I live in a house with mice, and I guess they kind of inspired me to put pen to paper and write a whole story about a school for pests. So yeah, most of my ideas just come out of things that have happened to me, things I see, stuff around me. Okay, so The Unbelievable Top Secret Diary of Pig took me 35 years to write, because basically that's how old I was when I wrote it. So I kind of think, yeah, it pretty much took that amount of time. But generally, I would say it takes me anywhere between 6 months to a year to write a book. It depends whether it's like the first in a series or it's a continuation. If it's the first in the series, it always takes quite a long time because you're kind of trying to work out and set up the world that you're creating. And then once you've created that, the next books, I always find they're a bit easier to write. So yeah, it can take me a couple of years even to write like the first book in a series, because you've got to figure out your world and what you're building and who the characters are. And then after that, yeah, 6 months, I would say, for sort of 4 to 6 months of writing, and then I have to do the drawing. And that can take anywhere from, I don't know, 1 to 2 months. And I pretty much solidly sit at my desk and draw and draw and draw until I go mad with too much drawing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of like how long is a piece of string, but the string is roughly 6 months to a year long. I've had 5 published. That's 4 in the series of Pig, and 1, which is the picture book Daddy Farty Pants. But I plan on writing loads more. In fact, my dream is to have my own section in Waterstones. So there will be plenty more in the future, starting with my new book Pests, which comes out in April 2020, which, depending on how old this film is, may already have happened. Yeah, and there'll be 3 in that series, and then countless more in the future. Well, the first book that I ever wrote and I guess did something with, because I'd written lots of stories before, was Pig, the first Pig book, The Unbelievable Top Secret Diary of Pig. I wrote that around 2010, and then it took me 3 years to find an agent and get a publisher and get it published. So it was published in 2013, and then from then on I've been writing full-time ever since. I wouldn't choose any other job other than being an author. I love times a million my job. I've had other jobs before. For most of my working career, I worked in advertising, writing TV adverts. You can find some of those probably below this video somewhere on my channel. And then before that, I used to teach kayaking and windsurfing and sailing in my summer holidays. So I've done a few different jobs, and this is definitely my most favourite one in the whole world. Hell yeah, I illustrate my books. Well, okay, I illustrate all my older fiction, so stuff like Pig, I illustrate that. I don't illustrate my picture books because picture book illustrating is really hard. It takes ages. So yeah, I decided I didn't want to do that. Someone else can do that, and someone way more talented than me. But yeah, I love drawing, and I love to get to say that I am an author and an illustrator, because that is, to me, super cool. I guess that's the question, isn't it, for authors? When do you work? Some people wake up at like 5 in the morning and they like, not me. I like to sleep in the morning. I just work in the daytime. I have 2 children. One's at nursery and one's at school. So I have to kind of work around their schedule a little bit, but I generally get up, get them out the door, and then I start writing, and I write until they come home. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything different. I don't write in the middle of the night. I do have some crazy ideas in the middle of the night, and then I try desperately to remember them by the time the morning comes. But I pretty much work normal hours, like the time you're at school. I pretty much work that. So when I'm not sitting down drawing and writing, I like to be a little bit active because I go a bit crazy otherwise. So I do boxing. Hopefully somewhere on my channel, down wherever it is, maybe up, maybe down, I don't know, there I'm going to post a video of me doing that, so you'll be able to see proof of me in the gym doing that thing. I also really enjoy kite surfing, but I live in London, and London is not near the sea, so I don't get to do that as often as I like. I go running, because running is good for clearing the mind. I do a bit of yoga too. That's about it really, because when you got kids and you got a job, there's not tons of time to do other things. I guess you'd expect me to probably say something like a pig, but I like pigs, but I don't love pigs. I think my favorite mammal would be a sea cow. I think they're amazing. I think they're called manatees. They live in like the rivers in the Florida. Yeah, I think they're pretty awesome. I think that would be my favorite animal. Is this Q&A going on like way too long and we should wrap it up right now? Yeah, I think so.